Welcome to Lovely English Stories. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to share our stories with your friends. This story is perfect for intermediate learners. Ready? Let's begin. English Story B1, B2. The Holiday. There's nothing better than feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin while listening to the waves lapping on the shore. Kyle was dreaming of drinking cocktails by the sea, reading a good book, and napping throughout the day. It had been a stressful few months at work, and he was looking forward to escaping the rat race and heading off for some well-deserved rest and recuperation with his girlfriend, Philippa. They'd booked a last-minute deal to a fancy hotel. It was an all-inclusive deal, so, as the name suggests, everything was included. They just had to make their way to the airport, and from then on, they didn't have to worry about a thing. All they had to do was drop off their luggage and get on the plane. They'd booked with an established company, and Kyle decided to surprise Philippa and booked an upgrade for the flight. It wasn't a long flight, but he wanted to experience some luxury from the moment the plane took off. Philippa was delighted. She'd never flown first class before. She was treated like a queen. "I could get used to this," she smirked while making herself comfortable. They were served champagne and fresh food. There seemed to be no limit to what they could order. A few hours later, the plane touched down, and as Philippa and Kyle stepped off, they were hit with a wall of heat. It was wonderful. They'd forgotten what it felt like to be warm, after what felt like an eternity of cold, winter days in the UK. They got their stamps in their passports and made their way to baggage control to collect their suitcases. They waited patiently for what felt like hours. Why does waiting for luggage always seem to take so long? Finally, they saw their cases looping around the carousel, and the dreaded fear that they had been lost disappeared. Phew! They made their way to the coaches outside, ready for the drive to their 5-star hotel. They found their coach, and thankfully, it had air conditioning. It was over 30 degrees outside. It wouldn't have been a pleasant experience sitting on a coach for 2 hours with no aircon or open windows. They sat at the back of the coach. As they left the airport, they started to feel excited about the next week. They had done a lot of research on the places they wanted to visit and were excited to explore the local area close to their hotel. The journey to their hotel was stunning. For most of it, they followed the path of the coastline. Kyle was mesmerized by the sea sparkling under the sunlight. He couldn't believe that somewhere could be so beautiful. They didn't mind the long journey to the hotel, as they got to nosy at other people's accommodation and see some of the sights from the coach. The island looked stunning and very diverse. Philippa made a mental note of the places she wanted to come back to and explore. An hour later, they arrived at their hotel. It was exquisite. It had a large reception area with lovely, cool aircon and friendly staff offering drinks and snacks on arrival. They gave one of their staff their luggage, who took it to their room while they checked in at reception. Everyone was so happy. They were given their room, number 628. Philippa was excited. She really hoped they had a sea view room like they'd requested. When they got to their room, their bags were waiting just inside the doorway. They both went straight to the double doors. They opened the curtains, and there, right in front of them, was the blue sea. They'd got the view they asked for. They were on the top floor, so they had a good bird's eye view of the complex. They could see the pools, the outdoor bar, and they spied a few people doing yoga on a small patch of grass between the pool and the beach. Kyle and Philippa decided to get down to the beach as quickly as possible. They couldn't wait to jump in the sea. They'd brought their own snorkelling gear and wanted to see what the local marine life had to offer. They opened their cases, found their beachwear, and got changed at lightning speed. Before they knew it, they were reserving a sunbed, quickly applying sun cream, and running towards the crystal clear sea. Philippa was first. She dove headfirst into the sea and swam a little. Kyle was more reserved and paddled in the shallows before he jumped in and joined her. They swam around for a while before putting on their snorkelling gear. As they dipped their heads underwater, they couldn't believe what they saw. It was like looking into an aquarium. Beautiful, multicolored fish swam around their feet. They saw little crabs running around on the seabed and bright corals swaying in the water. They stayed in the sea all afternoon, only getting out to drink and reapply sun cream. All of Kyle's work worries were a million miles away from him now. This was exactly what he needed. Being in the sea always put things into perspective for him. As the sun started to set, they headed back to their room to shower and dress for the evening. They were both excited to try out the hotel food. They'd worked up an appetite from swimming all afternoon. They'd read amazing reviews about the choice of dishes on offer. When they arrived at the restaurant, they were seated at a table for two overlooking the bay. It was a little breezy, but refreshing. They ordered their drinks and then went inside to pick their food. There were so many dishes to choose from. They felt spoilt. As they ate, they planned their next few days at the resort. They wanted to hire a moped or maybe a car so they could explore the wider area. They asked about buses, but they didn't run near the hotel, unfortunately. Kyle wanted to visit another beach that had great snorkelling spots, and Philippa wanted to check out some of the historical sites. They wondered how they would be able to fit everything into their 6 remaining days. It was important that Kyle and Philippa still had some time to relax, so they planned 4 excursion days and 2 relaxing days. They wanted to have a happy medium of exploring and chilling out. After finishing their drinks, Kyle and Philippa headed back to their room. They were exhausted after a long day travelling and swimming in the sea. They couldn't wait to wake up tomorrow, explore the island, and make the most of their luxury holiday. We hope you enjoyed this lovely English story. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe.